clouds roll forever from the sky. Hold me fast, let me stand in the hollow of thy hand. Keep me safe till the storm passes by. Keep me safe till the storm passes by. Keep me safe till the storm passes by. High praises to Yahuwah, Elohim Most High. 6 days, the 6 working days, and the seventh day has all passed away since the arrival of Yahuwah's creation Sabbath of the first quarter of the moon of the 12th biblical lunar month ADAR 8 6008, and up above me is the first quarter of the moon, bearing witness that it is Yah's holy creation Sabbath of the first quarter of the moon, Adar 8 6008. Yahuwah has been wonderful, faithful, amazing, and even respectable, keeping his covenant with the house of Israel. I have watched the week since the arrival of the moon, and I have watched and see the weather, the rain, the snow, and the sleet all over the land. And on the 4th day, I wonder to myself, as a matter of fact, I spoke out loud. I wonder loud in the hearing of my friend, and I said, the moon is now 4 days, and we have not seen it. We need a miracle. Y'all need to give us a miracle so that we can know and prepare for his Sabbath. My friend said this would indeed be a miracle. And in less than 2 hours, the rain ceased. And the cloud lightened up, and we behold the most beautiful sunset that we have ever seen since the second day of the new moon. And this is just telling us that we need to pay attention to the words and to the promises of Yahuwah. His words and his time are written in the sky. It is the moon, the sun, moon, and the stars that give Yah's time. And so we are probably 2 hours already into Yah's Sabbath. And it is Yah's Sabbath of the first quarter of the moon, of the 12 biblical lunar month, ADAR 8, 6008. And I am also making note that it is now 1 lunar year, 2 months, 3 weeks, and 5 days since this Rome system has lied on Grandmaster J and has been having him, what we would say, under persecution falsely for righteousness' sake. And heaven is recording all these deeds that this Rome system continued to inflict upon Yahuwah, Hebrew, Israelites, black and brown people. And I am saying it is an unpardonable sin. And as a result, this world, the entire earth, is being destroyed because of the action of this Rome system. Rome has hidden your Sabbaths among the working days of the week, and Yahuwah is calling for his people to remember his Sabbath day, to keep it holy. Exodus 31, verses 12 to 11 reveals that the Sabbath is a sign between Israel and Yahuwah as a perpetual sign, a perpetual covenant throughout all their generations. It states that anyone who does any work on the Sabbath day shall be cut off from among his people and shall put to death. I realize that Yah's people is deceived, and that it is not And it may not be possible to leave our jobs and to celebrate Yah's Sabbath, the great memorial of Yah's creation. But we can at least acknowledge that it is the Sabbath. It is on record that our Hebrew ancestors kept the new moon and the Sabbath days as days of holy convocation and worship to Yahuwah. So, as descendants of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, we do need to remember the covenant that Yah has made between our forefathers Abraham and Isaac and Jacob and their descendants, and keep his Sabbath day holy. We are in a time when the history of our Hebrew Israelite ancestors are being repeated. And what has happened to our Hebrew king, Grandmaster J, Yahuwah's anointed servant from the priestly tribe of Levi, is a repetition of what had happened to our prophets, to Yah's prophets. Prophets such like Jeremiah. Similar thing has happened to Joseph when he was in Egypt. He was lied on and ended up spending time in prison for something he had not done. But in the midst of all of that, Yahuwah was with Joseph, and Yahuwah exalt Joseph because innocency was found in him. Yahusha, our Hebrew Messiah, was also lied upon by Rome, who falsely accused him of destroying the temple and to build it in 3 days, well knowing that Yahusha was speaking about his body, his own body, that would be crucified and be in the heart of the earth for 3 days. And so the similar thing happened to Grandmaster J when he talked that if there's no justice, we'll burn this place down. That was figurative, just like Yahusha was. So we see that Grandmaster J is going through the same things that happened to even Yahusha, the Messiah. But we can see that Yah is taking vengeance upon the land because of this, what this system has done. We see that city is being burnt down by the hand of Yahuwah himself with lightning and fire and tornadoes. So this system need to know that they are to be careful how they lay hands upon Yah's anointed. I'm going to show us that that Yah commanded Moses to tell Israel to gather men 20 years and older for war. Israel has always have their army, and Yahuwah instructed Moses to gather the tribes of Israel according to their families, young men from the age of 20 and over for each army. But we notice that the tribe of Levi, Yah said the tribe of Levi should not go to war. And Grandmaster Jay is from the tribe of Levi. So he is Yah's inheritance, just like the Levites. I'm going to turn and read. It says the Levi should not go to war. He says, all the sons of Israel, 20 years and more, who were able to go to war in Israel, were counted according to their families. The total number of all the men counted were 603,550. It says, but the descendants of Levi were not numbered among them by their ancestors' tribe. For Yahuwah had spoken to Moses, saying, you must not count the tribe of Levi. Levi is Yah's inheritance, nor include them among the census of the children of Israel. You shall appoint the sons of Levi over the tabernacle of the testimony, over all the furnishings and everything belonging to it. They are to carry the tabernacle and all the furnishings, and they are to take care of it and encamp around it. Whenever the tabernacle is to move, the descendants of Levi are to take it down. And whenever the tabernacle is to be set up, the descendants of Levi are to set it up. Anyone else who goes near it shall be put to death. The children of Israel are to set up their tents by division, each man in his own camp, everyone according to his own standard. But the tribe of Levi shall camp around the tabernacle of the testimony, so that the wrath will not fall on the congregation, and the children of Israel shall not fall on the congregation of the children of Israel. The son of Levi are to be responsible for the care of the tabernacle of the testimony. Thus the children of Israel did according to all that Yahuwah commanded Moses, so they did. So we can see that the children of Levi are Yah's inheritance. Grandmaster J is Yah's anointed servant. And it is an unpardonable sin that this Rome system has committed and will have to give an account and pay for it. I am recalling that when Israel was enslaved or lowered into slavery by the Egyptians, at first they were paying Israel, and they gradually drew themselves and let Israel alone do the work. The tribe of Levi was not involved. The tribe of Levi was not in slavery because they know that they were being enticed. And moreover, the children of the Levites are chosen by Yahuwah to do the work of the sanctuary. And so we see that Grandmaster J has seen the affliction of his Hebrew brothers and sisters whom this system have been murdering in cold blood in the street. And he got up like Moses and like Yahuwah himself to defend the right of his Hebrew brothers and sisters without charge, without any strings attached. And he not only did that, but he began to teach. He began to teach what Rome has hidden from us for so long. And this system that are terrified of what is truth lay hands on him. For now, one lunar year, 2 months, 3 weeks, and 5 days to date. The call is to let my people go, that they may serve me. We see that what Grandmaster J was doing is in accordance to what Yahusha command. Yahusha command that those who did not have a sword should sell their coat and purchase a sword. I'm going to read this. Then he said to them, when I sent you out without a purse, scrip. Then he said unto them, when I sent you out without a purse, scrip, or sandals, did you lack anything? And they said, nothing. Then he said unto them, but now he who has a purse, let him take it, and the same with his scrip. And he that had no sword, let him sell his cloak and buy one. So what Grandmaster J and the NFAC were doing is in accordance to the law of heaven and should not be prohibited by this Rome system. I do not have much time. 30 minutes is not enough. But I just want to put it to us that your Sabbath is determined by each new moon. And it is Rome that has hidden your Sabbath in the working days of the week. If I can find Amos 8 quickly, I would just read it because the time is clicking. Where is Amos? I don't know. Yes, I'm gonna find it and read for us and wind down in the time. It says, verse 5. Hear this, O you who swallow up Israel and destroy the poor of the land, saying, when will the new moon be over? So we might buy grain on the Sabbath, so we may trade in wheat, making the ephah small and the shekels great, falsifying the scale by deceit. So we may buy the poor for silver and the needy for a pair of shoes. Yes, and we will even sell the refuse. So your Sabbath is determined by the new moon, and it is time for us as the descendants of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob to return to the customs of our forefathers. If I can find it, I will read one more text that point out that the new moon, I may not. Yeah. The new moon is kept by Rome. Is it? Colossians. Let me see if I can find where it is. Colossians 2 verse 16. And it says, oh, that is one. Let's do it. 2 verse 16. Therefore, it says, let no man condemn you for doing these things, eating and drinking, in the abstinence of the feast day, or of the new moon, or of the Sabbath day. So the new moon is our days of worship. And I want to point out quickly, because the time is clicking, that we are now in the second Exodus. And Yahuwah is gathering his people, Israel. I'm not sure if we'll have enough time, but I would like to read to us Jeremiah 16. I doubt we'll have time. Jeremiah 16. It says, well, peradventure we won't get to this, but this is God's Sabbath of the first quarter of the moon of the 12th the biblical lunar month, ADAR 6008. If we are willing and obedient, we shall eat the good of the land. But if we refuse and rebel, we shall be devoured with the sword, for the mouth of Yahuwah has spoken it. Have a blessed Sabbath. Keep your Sabbath holy and walk in truth, for righteousness shall cover the earth as the water covereth the sea. Shalom And now it says, if there's time, therefore behold the days come, says Yahuwah, that it will no more be said, as surely as Yahuwah who lives, who brought the children of Israel out of the land of Egypt. But it will be said, as surely as Yahuwah who brought up the children of Israel from all the protected places, from all the lands where he had driven them. For I will bring them back to their land, which I gave their forefathers. Behold, I will send many fishers, says Yahuwah, and they will fish them, and afterward I will send for many hunters, and they shall hunt them from every mountain and every hill and out of every hole of the rock. Shabbat Shalom. Have a happy Sabbath. I'm doing this because I'm scared that I won't have enough time. Have a happy Sabbath. Keep your Sabbath holy. Yahuwah promised to give Israel a new heart, a heart that will cause us to obey him and to walk in his ways. Shalom.